Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. So, we were back. We broke to have some lunch. So we were streaming this morning for about 2.5 hours. And we were working on it. I can't not get these glasses on underneath these. There we go. So we we were practicing Elden Beast, or Radabeast, because it's 2 fights. And it got a little bit, I got a little bit fatigued, so we went back and just did a bit of a casual run of the game up to this point. But we are feeling energized and refreshed after the food, so we are going to go back to Radabeast because I want to get this down. Ideally, I'd love to get this down today, or at least semi-competent today, so that by tomorrow we can aim to do some full runs. My rule is I have to do a boss twice in a row for me to feel confident that I have it in the muscle memories. We call it 2 to make it true. So in this case, I'd have to do all the way to Elden Beast twice in a row, so technically 4 bosses in a row before we can move on. So that is the order of the day. Let's get to it. So we were getting past Radagon a bit inconsistently, but we know how to get past Radagon. However, we do not know how to beat Elden Beast yet, or we have never beaten Elden Beast yet. So that's where we're at. It's not a bad start. So let's take the positives out of that one. So we made it to Elden Beast on our first attempt. And we managed to get the stagger on Elden Beast. So I don't know if you noticed, but I did a full... Sorry. Got to sort my seat out. You do a full skill on Elden Beast, and you need to get a stagger on him for the script that I'm working on. We have never done that before, and we did it there, so... Late jump. So the timing on these jumps is very, very specific. So if you're like half a second too early or half a second too late, then there's 2 jumps in a row. So basically, the second half of the Radagon fight is scripted. And what I mean by scripted is it's exactly the same and we do the exact same inputs. So he has about 4 or 5 different openings that he can do, which we have to just play. We have to just react and play those openings like you would just play the game. We are attempting to get a full weapon skill and the L2, the first half of the weapon skill on him, and that should stagger him. From the stagger, that's when it becomes scripted. That said, as you've just seen, the script itself is very difficult. That's the best opening we can hope for. So what happened there is the follow-up from one of my weapon skills missed. So if I miss with the follow-up, I then need to do a charged R2 at some point, which is what I was doing when I got hit, because I was being greedy. However, you kind of have to be a bit greedy because basically his poise meter is filling up or dropping down, whichever way. Basically, if you don't get the attacking quick enough, then his poise will have reset and you won't get the stagger. So it's all a balance between being quick but not being greedy. I don't actually know what happened then. I think too much time had passed since my opening charged R2, and that's why I didn't get the stagger. Oh, hold on. I'm just getting a phone call. One sec. Sorry about that. That was UPS. I'm really annoyed because I'm expecting a delivery of a new webcam. And basically... Oh, they're calling me back. One sec. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. Yeah, so basically I got a notification this morning on my phone to say a delivery attempted. And because nobody was available at home, it's being taken away to the sorting office. Now, I am recovering from surgery at the minute, so I haven't left the house. And I also can't leave the house to go and pick it up at the sorting office, so... And I just spoke to them and they said, I assure you an adequate delivery attempt was made and a notice was left, which is not true. I was hoping after my break. Right, let's channel some of that energy from the first attempt. That was bad, wasn't it? Oh no. That slammy does that holy stamp. It's really easy to just jump over it, but it's super rare that it happens, and it always, I always panic and roll it. You can't roll it. So that was too long between my first charged R2 and the poise meter obviously ran out. Which is really annoying because other than that, it was perfect. having a bad run here, gang, aren't we? That was bad. The shooty eyes, the shooty holy eyes, I just haven't figured out how to deal with yet. Full disclosure. If there's any professional speedrunners watching on YouTube or Twitch, then please let me know how to get better. That was so annoying. That was purely my error. So the same thing happened again with the poise meter. So we did enough attacks, we didn't get the stagger. And I just assumed I was dead, so I kind of stopped playing. And I reckon one hit would have been enough. Oh, how are you? What time is it for you? So I've been basically like my stream must fit perfectly with kind of your afternoon. Well, I've missed that already, so. Oh my god. And that was, script was all over the place then. Did you manage to do any drawing? Nice. I would love to see it. I wish, is there a way? I don't know. I wish there was a way that you could show me. By the way, one of the people in the chat, I'm pretty sure, has hacked my Instagram. My professional, I say professional, my streaming Instagram, because it was hacked when I finished up this afternoon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that obviously, like, people are always, the two chatters are always asking. It's funny because they're definitely not bots because they respond to what you're saying, but they're always asking for information. And the one guy was trying to get me to go onto Discord. And basically, it might be a coincidence, but I tried to go on my Instagram account and I was logged out, and then I had an email basically saying that the email address that was registered to the account had been changed. So yeah, it's gone. Luckily, I didn't really have anything on it anyway. But... What's that? Is that like a social media for artists? Yeah, send the link to the artisan. Well, if there's nothing on it, there's no point, but I would love to see. Yeah, to be honest, like, when I decided I was going to stream, I set up, like, social media, Instagram and Facebook and all that, but because I kind of thought I might use it to promote the videos, I might do, like, shorts or stuff, or snip clips from the stream and post them, but it's just too much aggro, to be honest, so I never really use them anyway. That's 2 to make it true for Radagon though, isn't it? Which is good. However, UPS just called me back whilst I was in the middle of that fight. And because it was going well, I ignored them. I don't know, man. I think mine is kind of goes all by how I'm feeling. Like, if I'm feeling tired and like fatigued, then definitely feel like changing it up. But this one's particularly difficult because obviously to get to, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. The difficulty is like, I want to practice Elden Beast. And obviously you have to do this fight to get to Elden Beast. So the only way to practice Elden Beast is to go through this fight. To be fair though, like I'm definitely open to suggestions because I'm kind of doing it for you, really, aren't I? So if you don't want to see me slogging away at the same boss, then tell me, and I can go. Well, I could do whatever you want me to do. I can go right back to the beginning. I can do section 2, section 3. Let me know, because ultimately I can always practice this boss when nobody's watching, like either when I'm not streaming or when I'm streaming to nobody. So yeah, I'll take your lead. Oh my god. No, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're totally right. That's what I mean about, like, I got to listen to the way I'm feeling, because if I'm not feeling frustrated, then I reckon I carry on, because the only way I'm going to get any good is by doing it. But this is supposed to be an entertainment platform as well, so I sometimes think, obviously, if you think about it, streamers, the economy of streaming, it only exists because of the viewers, right? So ultimately, for streamers to be just doing it for themselves is quite selfish, and also doesn't even make sense, because exist without the viewer. So I'm also very aware that I provide a service, right? Or I'm supposed to provide a service. It's not a selfish sort of, I'm just doing my thing and you either like it or lump it. It's like, what would you like me to do? What is Crossy Road? What is it? Is it like a is it like the old Frogger game where you've got to cross the road with all the cars coming? I love it. One of my mates has got me into Pokemon. There's a trading... I'm not massively into Pokemon. Well, I used to be when I was a kid, but I haven't been into it since I've been an adult. But there's a new trading card game app. And my mate's got me massively into it, and it's so addictive. I'm not dying so much on that one anymore. I don't know why I needed an extra R1 now. Stamina. Interesting. So I need to find a way to make sure I've got a little bit of stamina left for that. A split second time in it. So yeah, anyway, I've got massively into this Pokemon trading card game on my phone, and it's so stupid, but whenever I'm not playing this, I'm just sitting on my phone with this stupid virtual trading cards. get Elden Ring, Rex, because you've watched so much that you'll be an expert if you have a go. What's that? Don't know what I was doing there. Brain fart. Yeah, might not be the game for you then. To be honest though, I'm the same. I normally have the same, but this is the kind of game it like helps me focus. Like I never focus like this in real life. But I'm also very like dogged-minded. Like when I decide I want to do something, I want to do it, you know? Delay. Maybe you've got ADHD. So stamina. That's what happens when you focus on one thing and forget about another, right? Oh, bless you. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Well, I hope that it's helping because I feel like this might be reinforcing your fears as to how much focus you need for the game. But trust me, like what I'm trying to do is way, way, way more difficult than like just casually playing through the game. Yeah, when I played the first time I played the game, my first playthrough, I don't even this boss basically, I think I beat them first try without really even trying that much because you're so over leveled. You've got all the best gear. Like, I'm trying to do this with basically no heals. Missed that. Right, so I had enough stamina to do the riposte that time, but I missed the first hit. But that's probably why I had enough stamina. Because if I'm jumping too early, then there would have been a little bit more running, which would have used more stamina. Right, I reckon the next time I get to Elden Beast and then inevitably die, we will go away from here and try something different. Well, I think we'll go to the beginning of section 3 and we will run all the way through to section 3, which ultimately leads back to here anyway. What was the rough sketch that you drew earlier of? What was that sound? My earphones have stopped working for some reason. Man, I thought I had it then. My stamina bar looked good. Right, we're going to have to fix this headphone issue because I've only just realised that it's the headphones that pulls through onto the stream, so you won't be getting any audio either. So hold on 1 second. Let me disappear for a sec. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but we fixed it. Oh, we said when next time I get to Elden Beast we'll go somewhere else. I got distracted by the audio issue. Go run through section 3, which you watched me do the other day, which is from Farum Azula, because the boss before this one I also definitely will need more practice on at some point. Here we go. It feels like absolutely ages since I've done this bit. See you in a bit. That was no good either. Oh, I saw that coming, man. I didn't even know that was possible. Wow. Actually, how many? Oh, that's fine. This is definitely like the scariest part of the game for me. That was a really good quit out, otherwise I was dead then. Oh my goodness me. Can't be wasting arrows like that. Should be easy, this is just running. See, that's never happened before. This is the thing with speedrunning, is things happen that have never happened before. And you don't even know they're possible. I suppose you've got to look at it as a good thing, because now I know that that can happen and I'll be prepared for it. Oh no. Definitely need to learn the menu in here. 5. So it's 4 that way, 5 that way. Definitely hit them 3 times. Oh yeah, this is the thing where you can't get in here. So you must have to go a different way, but is it down here? It doesn't really matter, because I'm never ever going to do that in a run. wrong. So crazy to me that such small mistakes can end runs. Like the mistiming of one button, and that's it. Oh, God. This is why you should definitely like vary the practice. I think you might have been right about only doing one boss 5 or 6 times. What's happening? I don't know what happened there, because I hit him like 6 times. I think I must have accidentally hit him and woke him up from the first set. This is actually starting to frustrate me now. This shouldn't be this difficult. I'm literally putting them to sleep, and then once they're asleep, I'm free to literally just do the moves I need to do. wasn't going to fall asleep then. Script got wrong again. Look at the health bar. Don't know why I rolled down. Okay, this is actually starting to frustrate me to a point where I don't think I'm in the right mind frame to carry on, so I'm going to give it one more go. And then I think I might give myself a little bit of a break, because I don't think we're learning anything or achieving anything here. Sorry, it was a bit of a short stream, but I think I'm getting to the end of my ability. Wow, this is really bad considering they're literally asleep. I'm going to call it a day. Apologies, that was a bad stream, but I just haven't got it in me clearly. This is just not acceptable, and I need a breast. Freudian slip. Oh, sorry, man, but I don't think I've got any more in me. But I appreciate you hanging out, and I might be back on later. If not, I'll definitely be back on tomorrow. So if you're about tomorrow, jump in. But I need to give myself a rest, so I'll catch you later. All right, bye bye.